Hi, this is Michelle Sizemore, Creative Memories Advisor. Today I'm going to show you how to make these quick and easy journaling boxes for scrapbook pages using the Photo Chain Border Maker cartridge. And I'm going to set this aside. We're going to make this blue one today. Now, I have already pre-cut some pieces just to show you what they'll look like after they're cut, but then I'll go through the process of cutting them. I've cut the camera chain, a 4x6 piece of blue cardstock, a piece of white cardstock that's 2 3/4 inches tall by 5 1/4 inches wide. Now, I'm going to start out by showing you what I do. We have these great little organizers that hold, they're plastic and they hold photos or cardstock. I do a lot of journal boxes and use a lot of 4x6 pieces of cardstock that are pre-cut. So I've pre-cut a bunch of these in the past so that I can just grab my colors and make something. So I'll show you first how I pre-cut those to 4x6 to fill these up. And I love these little organizers. They're really sturdy. The latches are really sturdy so they don't open up and fall out. I've bought things like this at other stores, and over time the latches get loose and they come open. These I think are very, very strong, so I think the quality of these is great. We also make a bigger box that holds like 6 of these, so you could organize like all your photos that way, or cardstock, or lots of things like embellishments, pens. I just really love these. But anyway, let me put these aside and I'll show you how I got those 4x6 pieces of cardstock to begin with. Now I have all my cardstock organized like this. These are called Power Project folders. These are really great. So we all have, I think, all kinds of sizes of cardstock after we've scrapped, and miscellaneous size pieces, big ones, some with decorative edges, and then we have smaller ones. Well, smaller ones will fit here. There's a pocket right here, and then there are 2 pockets right here. And this is how I store all my cardstock. So I put all my blues together, and then back here is a thing for like long strips. There are 2 pockets here. So I'm going to grab, I want a 4x6 piece of cardstock. So I'm going to grab this because I can get that out of there. And then I've also organized my yellows the same way, and it comes with tabs where you can write on there. And for that, I need a strip because I'm going to make a border with that. And then I'm going to need a piece of ruled paper. This is how our ruled paper comes. I use this all the time. It comes in white and Spargo and natural. So I'm going to show you something made with white. I'm just going to grab a piece of the white out of here. It's sold in packs. Okay, so first things first, I'm going to show you how I got my 4x6 pieces of cardstock and ruled paper. I'm going to open up my trimmer here and open up the arm. This is great for when you have longer pieces. Now I'm going to cut this 6 inches. So I'm going to measure up here to the 6-inch mark right here. So it's 6, and then I just flip it. Move it to the 4-inch mark right here, right there, and cut it so I have a 4x6 piece of blue. And then I'll do the same with this just to show you how I got all of my pieces in my packs, in my boxes. So I want a horizontal 4x6, so I put the stripes horizontal, or the lines, and put it up here to 6. So I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to flip it and move it to the 4. So then I have a horizontal 4x6 piece. If I wanted a vertical piece, I would cut it at the 4 with the lines going this way, flip it, and cut it at 6. Okay, so that's how I got all my 4x6 cards that are in here. And then these ruled ones, I did a lot of them 2 different ways. Like I did horizontal and vertical. That's why I showed you both. And then in some of the other colors too, the natural and the Spargo. So I've got horizontal, vertical, natural, Spargo, and white in here. Already pre-cut, ready to go, but I just wanted to show you how I got to that point. All right, let's move that aside. And I want to cut a 12-inch border with gold paper using the Boilermaker. And here's how to use the Boilermaker system. You put your photo chain cartridge in here. You want the metal pieces to be sticking out. Open up the tray, pop it into place, lift the arm, and then I'm going to pick, well, I've already got a gold piece here. Put this in here, line it up with the lips all the way around. Close it, it's magnetic so it holds things down. Pop your tray in place underneath, it stays underneath. And then start cutting. You put the cardstock in here. Your notches match up right here, which means everything's lined up underneath. And you punch. Super easy. Okay, so I have a 12-inch one. I only need this long. So what I would do if I was making this, I would just measure it like this and draw a little pencil line where I want to cut. Don't have my pencil handy, but I'll do it with a pen. It's better to use a pencil. And then you'll just cut that with your scissors. I love these Creative Memory scissors. They're great for scrapbooking. They're great for other things too. I have them all over the house. So, and then I could save this one and use for something else. So that is the perfect size to mount here. And I'll go ahead and do that. I want to use my repositionable tape runner. I'm going to put something underneath. I normally don't waste cardstock. I just don't have any cardboard handy. So I'm going to put that underneath so it won't get on my table. And I'm using the repositionable because it comes out in clear little dots. And it doesn't stick to your... it only sticks to where it needs to on the back. So that's great. So I'm going to mount this the way I want it. And then what I would do, because I already have all of these pre-cut cards that I told you about. And they're cut to 4x6, but I'm really going to need it to be a little smaller, but it's just good to start with these because I use them so much. So I'm just going to look at it, okay? And I want it to stop about right there because I want some blue to show. And then I want to stop about right there because I want it to stop about right there because I want some blue all the way around. So I draw my little pencil lines, and then it ended up being 2 3/4 inches tall by 5 1/4 inches wide. So once I measured it, and I just cut it with my trimmer. I don't need to show that again because I've shown you that, but I would mount this. And then you would take your Creative Memories pens that are photo safe, fade proof, acid free, lignin free, and all that stuff, and write in there. We do have these great pens. I'll just show you what they do. One side is bold tip, so you could write a little title. I'll write my name. And one side is fine tip. And then you could write your stories. And I always like to use this ruled paper because I never write straight. So that is how to make quick and easy journal boxes using the Boilermaker system, cardstock, ruled paper, and the 12-inch trimmer. And I'm just going to show you some more that I've made. Now, not all of them will fit these measurements. So I basically customized that to the width of this Boilermaker cartridge. So I'll show you some more, and you just kind of have to do your own measuring depending on what you're using. But I did the circle chain here. That's a Boilermaker cartridge. It works the same way as the camera, but I wanted to give it a little bit of a yellow here, so I cut my ruled paper a little shorter so that I could put a little strip of gold back there, and then but the backing is 4x6 with the pink cardstock. And did the same thing here, but flipped it vertical and did it with this turquoise or teal. And then this was a paper from the Serene Waters collection with a light blue cardstock, and I just wanted a little bit to show off the bottom, so I cut it shorter. You can totally do these however you want. And then you can get decorative with it. Like this is, the back is 4x6. And then I used the double fan cartridge here, the lantern light Boilermaker cartridge here. This was a Boilermaker cartridge. Added a little strip with a sticker. Added a sticker. Same here. This is the Mirrored Scallops Border Maker cartridge, and then I just put a little strip of this decorative paper from Serene Waters and then backed it with a little bit of a darker strip. I'm not gonna do all the measurements on these because you just customize them to what you need. It's good to start with 4x6, but if your space is smaller than that, these are really good space fillers because you put some important writing there and then you use the space for something good. So you just kind of measure yourself, but it's always good to start with that 4x6 piece and have those pre-cut so it just flows better. This is the Zebra Stripe Border Maker cartridge. Now you can just cut a piece of 4x6 ruled paper and not back it on anything and just put it on your page and have a little topper or something on the bottom. I added a few of the embellishments from the Whatazu kit and used black cardstock for that. And this is the Chevron Arrows Border Maker cartridge with brown paper, and I think this paper was from like one of those travel packs like Wanderlust or something like that. We usually have a neutral color like that in most of our travel packs. And then this is just a little bit of a different way to do the brown cardstock. And then the background is the arrows where they're lighter. I mean, these big ones, the little arrows are darker. And then this was paper from the Sunrays for Days collection. And this is light blue cardstock. And on this, I used the Wave Wave trimmer blade on the 12-inch trimmer. And I'll be showing that on other classes. And that's it. So that just shows you a variety, but you learned how to start. Make an easy one like these, and then you can do all kinds of things with them after that. Thank y'all for watching and have a great day.